Good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are having a really good weekend before the 4th of July. I just wanted to come on here this morning. My heart was feeling a sort of way. I've had some really odd dreams. I was just telling Rory I had a dream last night that I was on a safari and it was so real. I felt like I was really there. I could feel the coldness of the Jeep as I got back into the Jeep, and it was really hot out. And I thought, wow, is there ice around here, or why is this Jeep? It was really just, I gotta think about what that actually means of this long dream. But what I really wanted to say is that I have contemplated coming on here and addressing some of the just, I don't have words for it. I don't have words for some of the stuff that I've seen come out of people's mouths or out of their typing. Um, I don't know what to say. I've thought, I can hear complete lies being said about me. And whereas I wasn't listening before, there's a few things I've listened for now. And hearing it, it's just a common human instinct to want to correct. And you're like, no, 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 that's not how it is. Like, you know the truth and you just tell the truth because people will hear the truth and they'll know it sounds like the truth. And just that people can take things and twist it so much and just do it over and over and over again and lie and obsess. And it's just so much bad energy. So much. I feel like I've been thinking about the place that I'm at now and the place that I'm going to go. A friend of mine sages her place every 6 months or so to get the bad spirits out of there. And I asked her to do a video on it and kind of been reading about it. If anybody knows more about that as to how to do it, can you do it? Can you get somebody in just to bring in fresh, positive energy and just all of the negativity to just be gone out of your life? And a way to just get some of that peace and positivity. And I know that the people who are involved in these sort of things, even if you're just, a side chatter and you're listening, I know it's got to bring a lot of people down because when you leave, it's human beings that you're talking about and that you're gossiping about. And if there's ever a way, if there was ever a time that I understood why Ayanhara, Lashonhara, not Ayanhara, Lashonhara, which means gossip, which is very wrong in Judaism. I understand why now. I understood before in theory, but I don't just understand it, I own it. I get it. I could explain why that's so tragically horrible. And getting people involved and misguiding people and twisting things and riling people up and building up a hatred when every single one of us could die tomorrow. And none of this matters. I don't get it. But I've been around and I've seen it for a long time. So I am not begrudging anybody who is new and, you know, you're new. Excuse me. I actually am just waking up. So you're new and maybe it's still fun for you. Maybe you're still believing the you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Maybe you're still, but once you've all you need it to happen is to happen to you one time, and you understand the complexities of why the internet can be such a blessing and such a curse. A curse for things like that, that's going on all over the place with so many different people. I mean, we could stay focused just on the few areas here, but I've seen it all over, and it's just like I feel like I'm standing outside of a window and I'm looking in at all these people who are just in pain. And I shake my head and I can't put my head on somebody else's shoulder and say it doesn't have to be this way. And, you know, so I contemplated, and this is my question. I want some people that I trust and that I love, and you know who you are. If we've had a long standing or even a shorter standing relationship where you know I respect your views and I know that you're not about the bullshit. If you would email me, nichmada@gmail.com, nichmada@gmail.com, and let me know if I should tell. And I dread this with every ounce of my being because it's just so negative. But if I should tell, because people were asking me for the newbies here to explain stuff, explain the story from beginning to end because it's been so twisted. If you're believing what this other person has said, you're not getting the truth at all. And she's a master at what she's doing. And she just won't stop. If I start right now, even talking, it would go on forever. I would write points down, clear some things up. There's so many things that I could do when all I really want her to do is to leave everybody alone, not even just myself anymore. It's the whole community. She's a cancer. Here, she's a cancer. And she'll do videos after this. Talking about my boobs. I mean, when you've been out of it for a little while and you've got a lot of stuff going on, I've got good stuff and bad stuff, and I'm getting things done, and it's progressing. But when you see this person and the people who are there just say that's stagnant, and I won't not allow it to stay that way. Like Lori so greatly said that she hopes one day I am out of the fear. It's because that's what this person's put me in for a long time, mentally torturing me, mentally. So she said that she hoped that I grew a backbone and was able to do something, and I feel myself coming out of it. I know when all this is over and I'm where I'm at and I'm financially secure and I got everything paid back to where it's supposed to be paid back to where I like it, and I can start helping people again and being healthy and figuring out the next chapter in my life. I won't forget this. I won't forget this. I will not forget this, and I will want to do something about it myself because this has been I don't even know what to say. This has been so far beyond what a person should have to go through. And I would like to know if, and the things that she explains it as the reason why isn't even true. They're lies and they're twisted, or there's parts she's leaving out. She told a friend of mine that she throws things out there. They had a very long conversation, all night long conversation. And she knows what she's doing, that she just throws things out there and sees what sticks. She said that from her own mouth. This is a game to her. This is a game. You don't stay that high amped up. It's sick. It's really sick. I could get into the details now. Why she's gone from where she is. Easily getting Officer Kyle on the phone to have him tell us what he was going to do. That I may do. There's a lot of provable stuff, but then I say, the people in her side chat, they're growing less and less. I mean, I've gotten that message from so many people. I don't watch that part myself. I saw one thing from somebody that there hasn't been a lot of people in general at all that's given me donations. It just, whatever it was made out to be, it wasn't that. I sold a lot of things. The money from my lawyer last time was all from selling things. It wasn't any donations. But I've given back quite a few of them. And I just gave back another one because I saw this person comment, and it wasn't much. It was $35. Something there. I just want to be done with all that part of it. I want to go back to helping people like I did before, but much smarter, much, much, much smarter. I do know what I want to do in life, and I have some good opportunities that I am hopeful about. The medication that I'm on is evening me out. I do still wish I could get that other medication. Maybe I'll see how much it is. There's a really good one that my ex-husband is using. I do want to try that. There's a few things weighing on my mind. There's a friend of mine. I'm going to change some parts of the story so you won't know who they are, but you won't know who this person is anyways. Nobody will know. But this person hurt me really, really bad. By letting out things that I had said in confidentiality, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But that one just hurt. I'm not angry. It just, that was a huge blow. Because it hurt like a mofo. Still does. But I think everything is a learning. I wish people would communicate more and go to the person and talk to the person. Because I see some of these other communities and their fighting that's going on, which just to me seems so much more light than what we got going on here. We've got a real cancer, and I'm not trying to use these words that, are dramatic. That's all I see it as, is a huge cancer to people. And then she hooked herself up with people who hate Dave. So she hooked herself up with a good crew of people, good meaning they're trolls who are going to have you back, because she put herself there. I don't even think that they go along with all that what she says, especially the parts that don't involve Dave. I don't know. I think it's sad. I think it's all sad. I think we're human. We're all human. I couldn't live my life that way. I couldn't live my life that way in nothing. You can take anybody, put them under a microscope, scrutinize their every move, and make them look really bad or really good if you've got a good spin man. And this person should work for Jaclyn Hill, because she could make the devil look like an angel and an angel look like the devil. Because the stories, if anybody pays attention closer, are stories that happened before there was a mending of ways. And suddenly, because that one thing happened, suddenly it's like, let's bring up everything that I was fine with before. Let's leave out parts like a person who's very close to her was her boyfriend was the ringleader of it, called many times, gave out numbers. That's part of the story that I want to get out there. All of that, how it happened in the beginning, because I've been asked. But I want to get my ducks in a row, and I want to write notes this time, and I want to have it be a one and done for the people who don't know. Lots of weird stuff coming out right now, too. Like, she didn't answer why that blue-haired woman was on her profile picture. I don't, that blue-haired woman doesn't look like her. Maybe that blue-haired woman is that Beverly Bachman Brown, the one that her picture came. Maybe she was catfishing under that and used that picture. I don't know. What are all those financial holdings companies that she has that person found? Not saying it would be anybody's, business at all if she didn't just completely annihilate everybody else. For a person who is living in such a glass house, she sure has the biggest rocks to throw. I don't get it, guys. But anyways, let me know. Email me. Tell me if you think it's a good idea to do that, because I've really moved on and I want her to just keep my name out of her mouth completely. To these people who have done this to Rory and doubted it, I never want to see you type a word in anywhere that I am. Yeah, that's nasty. And you know what? You guys are so wrong. You couldn't be more wrong in every single thing that you're saying in your guesses about if she could do something. This isn't how it would go. This isn't, all speculation and all lies. If you only knew the deal on that. And I've heard that this other person's getting the records. Hold her to showing those records. Because there's records out there that I have had of mine that weren't shown because it's not looking very pleasant on the other side. Let's see if she shows these, because it's going to prove every single thing that Rory said. Everything that Rory said. A victim. A victim. And women. I got the name. I screenshotted every one just because I don't want to know you. I don't want to know your type of person. It's so nasty. I really, if this was how the people were on YouTube for the most part, and not just this little fringe group of haters, I wouldn't care about any AdSense money. I would be gone, like whatever. But there's not. There's way more good people out there who are just as appalled by what went on. That's why the cancer needs to stay in its own, contained in its own little corner. Not saying get off the internet or do anything. I always knew if all of these other stories, everybody said, if the stories about the grandbabies and the daughter and all that stuff ever got to Boyd would do its job in taking care of all this stuff, because there's so much lies. It's so easy for real good trolls to prove. But it was always hidden on Periscope. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. I don't want anybody's, house to be stalked. I just want legally to put an end to this. If anybody can come to me with any help, ideas you have, there will come a time, I don't know the time frame Rory has, But there will come a time frame for me when I will be in that position and I won't forget. And you'll hear 20 other hangouts about it from that side, 20 periscopes, just everything. But you're going to hear, if I do a video, I'll have a few people on panel, we'll speak the truth, and then we'll let it go. Because she's hanging herself with her own words right now. It's really vile. But I don't want to leave it with something nasty that's just really laid heavily on my heart. If you're out there right now and if you're suffering, if you are depressed, if you are low on money and you're scared, if you had somebody hurt you, please reach out to me. I'm desperately trying to reach out to anybody to do my little way of even though I'm damaged right now, I'm doing my little way to try to help people. Because I don't like the pain. And I'm only crying because I'm thinking about the people. I heard a woman online last night saying she had no friends, and just I could feel that in her voice. And maybe we could do some good for people. There's so many good people. Oh my gosh, Otame is. I listened to a little bit of the Otame before I went to bed. The Otame hangout. She got the cutest voice, Otame, with Holly Undead, and Awesome Hooker got on there, and I think it was CJ. And you guys are just having a fun time with, Elbow, and he does it to himself. But you guys are all good people. You're good people. Most people, even if they don't like somebody, don't go to that level. They don't go to that level. God, there's so many good people on here. I could just keep on going at the good people that they're on here. Rosie's side chats are the best because they're just funny, and I love Juice. Juice has always been just a straight up alpha guy to me. You treat him good, he's going to treat you good, period. He's a man. He's a real man. So great seeing Tucker and seeing his smiley face. That's the best part of this whole year. That's the best part of this whole year. I wish and pray for everybody that I have talked about right now, to heal whatever is wrong in your heart, that you have to have that much hate. And I have been praying lately to the God of Abraham and Isaac. I have been. Because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. Before I would have donated some money, and I'm not the ability to do that right now, but I would have done that. I just really want people to be happy. That's my game. Recharging. What is it called? Gummy drop. I really want people to be happy because life is short. I watched this one YouTuber. Is it called What Ifs? And her husband just died. I just got notification of her videos. I didn't know her before, and I'm just going, that's so true. He was in his 40s, and he died, and he has a loving family. If I had money, I would just send them a gift. There's another guy that I watch. He lives in his van. He's a Thai gentleman, and he just works so hard to make things work, and he brings bottles of water to this space agency where he works. He's a janitor, very intelligent guy, just so much stuff happened in his life, and he's fighting to get this kind of broken down RV working. He's a person top of my list. When I get back on my feet in the stable, I'm going to help that man. I'm going to pay it forward like I have before and help that man. There's so many good people. There's people out here who are being bullied like crazy, like Glenda Sully, like the Beaumonts, bullied horribly. And these people go to gossip sites. They have multiple accounts. This other person I've been talking about before had her ability to be a participant on another gossip site taken away because they proved that she had many accounts. Same thing's happening again. They just want to torture people. They want to see their life is either so miserable they want to make them have that kind of a thing, or they're straight up just insane. I don't know what it is. But you guys let me know if you would like me and a few other guests who can fill in the blanks, not a bashing session, just our side of the story, and which has never changed. Never changed. When you hear it, it'll make sense. But I can't keep on going back and forth because I know that she's going to have 50 after that and twist it and say this isn't true and talk about this. I will go back to, I've watched a few now when I hadn't watched for a long time. Now I've watched a few because of this infuriating thing about Rory that just really hurts. And I can't say anything either. I read where I can't. And I'm not going to risk anything. Like Rory says, what does it matter? The friends, people know, they know. Let the other ones, I just can't believe that those are people who would be your neighbor. Those are people who, like, it really makes me completely check and just recheck anything that I will ever say in the future. It's taught me so much about anything that I would say, and that these people are just real and it's not worth this. And I know most of the people want to be liked and accepted, so they say this stuff. Though the reason that I watched one of the hangouts of this other person was because I saw that there were two people on panel, and I always wanted to hear why these people suddenly hated me. And I got to hear it. And I have a response for that I don't want to get into right now, that I'd like to put into that video too. But I don't know if I even should. If I should just, I want this channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of, life in reverse, meaning the older videos, because it's just kind of fun to put my life back out there in reverse. And then fairly soon enough, I will be back in a good place. And my life, I have learned from the experience that I've gone through in the past year and a half. And I just want to live my life just authentically and, not care. I just want to do it. And the number of people, like I've been told by people privately, that a lot of the people who watched before don't know this new little stuff that I've brought over here. But they support me, but when am I going to go back to my other videos? And I am, because I still always will like doing beauty reviews and hauls. It'll be different, not because I wouldn't have the money then, because I will have some money to be able to do that with, but because I don't want to get caught back in that again. And I'll get into that more. I have a lot written down in this little book right here of what I'm going to do. But there's a lot of good plans for this channel. It's not going to stay stagnant, but just stay with me over the next few months. I will keep on coming on here, maybe even more. Thank you for people who have just been kind. Thank you. Thank you. And to the people who know, please send me that email and let me know if you think it's a good idea. I really want to know from the people that I trust, because I don't always make the right decisions at all. So it's nichmada@gmail.com. Please email me. And to anybody who's suffering today, you're not alone. Hold on. You are loved. God loves you. People love you. There's people out here for you to talk to. There really is. Just hold on, because tomorrow will be a better day. Think positive thoughts. Go outside and look up at the sky and put your feet in the grass and let yourself remember those things that when you were a child that made you happy. Put on an old show. Those always make me happy. Put on an old show. There's some here on YouTube that even have the old commercials. I was watching Johnny Carson with Judy Garland, and it had the old commercials. And that was really great. They had old commercials from 1968, and it was June, and I'm like going, oh my God, I would have been a month old then, you know? Put on some music that makes you happy. Color that makes me happy. Lori, thank you for your great videos that you did for us, for the people who didn't know. If you haven't seen them, Lori Green she made a lot of just good sense. And I'm sorry that you're being attacked, and we're all not perfect. I know what I've said in the past. I know what you've said in the past. And when we say that we're adults and we were misguided and it's not going to happen again, we both meant it. And it's just not going to go there, because life isn't worth it. And not to stay in drama. If anything is drama related and staying, if you've got people coming to you and telling you things, and I don't think this person's really here, they're really actually here. Look at this stairway, it looks different. Who blah 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 blah. Run far from those people. Don't get involved. That's called lashon hara. And if you're a religious person at all, God's basically is doing it for your own good, because he knows it's not good for your soul. It's not good for your psyche. You will hurt yourself if you do that. You will hurt yourself. And there's a lot of hurting people out there. I know that Mallory and I don't get along, but there's nothing wrong with Mallory's voice. There's nothing wrong with how Mallory looks. I don't care what she's said about me, and I've said things too, and we just don't have to be friends. We're just not each other's cup of tea. But, the anti-trans comments are equally as horrible made towards her. Really are. So anyways, guys, I love you. Have a good Sunday. And I will talk to you later. Bye.